Hi traders, Wyckoff AMTrader here, editor of the Emini market timing newsletter, the AM Turn, in your email inbox before the opening bell. Imagine how your life could change if you knew whether the high or the low of the day could be in the beginning or the end of the trading day. Here's how my subscribers to the AM Turn's trading changed. Before we get to that, here's a disclaimer. Yes, I have skin in the game. I trade my own personal account, sardine, tuna, billfish trades, or for educational purposes only. I am not a futures broker and do not manage any accounts. It is my intent to show where trades may occur. What you do is up to you. You can follow my levels ideas to profit or loss. You determine trade size, when, where, how you trade. CFD futures is not for everyone. It's a volatile, complex, and risky business. Before you invest, know how much you can afford to lose. We tried to do the YouTube live streaming, and we need to get an encoder software. And I thought, my goodness, I've got 3 encoders on my computer right now, but yet YouTube didn't want any of those. So let's go ahead. We'll call this an early read. This is pretty much the gap from where we hit the send button to where we get up to the opening print. And as we said, we talked about the Wyckoff wave here briefly. You can see simply that we gapped down as I showed you the arrow. You'll see it in the video, of course. And we got a bid. Some buying came in. Moved up a little bit, pulled back, dipped it down. Buying came in again, of course. Price rallied up, but then we checked it for the most part where we bought in at. So from my perspective, as I said, I saw that we had a temporary low coming in, and there was buying coming in. Just kind of looking at the news release, obviously the DAX rebounding, the CAC, it's up on the rise. The FTSE, it's bouncing back. That's all the news. That's all the news that you want to see is the news. European shares rise on the lockdown, earnings hopes. Obviously, you can read European stocks moving higher on Wednesday as countries such as Italy and Spain announced plans to begin easing tight lockdown, all country-virus driven. Indian shares rose sharply. Wall Street aims to bounce back at the open. Well, that's kind of what you want to read. That's like the memo from Golden that says, you know, boys, we might start taking out these offers. Come on in, the water's fine. However, the Wyckoff wave and the market video that we talked about last night that already gave you those indications based upon the interaction of price, volume, and time and the price behavior. Early signs for the future suggest Wall Street might open on a positive note on Wednesday. Congress is all set for the fourth congressional package of $480 billion, of which, as I said, $18 million went out to some corporations and universities, but they've got that straightened out. Hospitals as well as wider testing. So hopefully that's going out to the man in the seat and the man in the street. Bay Street open up on a positive note. U.S. stocks regain ground on a positive note. Well, yeah, guys, we're sitting here trading at $27.82 now. Oil price stabilization may generate early buying interest. It's all bull, nothing but bull. Kind of what you want to see. We'll take a look here at the, as we showed you. We'll see how this is going to render. I'm in the process of changing over computers. Looks like I'm going to have to get off that Windows 7 and get to Windows 10. That's funny. But that's all right. We've done quite well without it. You can see here, like I said, we got some buying coming in here. It's some buying coming in here. And, of course, buying coming in here. I didn't need no news to tell me that. And, of course, the positive man checked it there. And then as we came back, some more buying came in. And, of course, if you paid attention to overnight glowbacks, we moved up a little bit. Then we came back and we tested that. And then it was just off to the races. That looks like it. When I was going into print, it was 27.67. Now it's 27.81. Sorry, traders. This is for the WB proprietary work only. Just drop us an email at youtube@wyckoffamtrader.com, and we'll get you on the fast track to understand what YouTube and what Wyckoff is all about. Just from my perspective, Like I said, we need to keep and maintain that 2880 handle. That's the main thing. It's very easy to crawl back up this wall of worry. Just eyeballing it, the half back, you could be looking at, say, 2833 would be a good demarcation line. We're looking at 2277, which we already negotiated, 2283. Just a little bit of a pullback there. Like I said, we're looking for inflection points. If the strong bullish move is in, then that ain't going to happen. You're just going to look at that as it where it comes. At 27.99, the big 28 even, that's a pretty good, decent place. You might want to see a pullback. And then, of course, 28.15. The higher probability, obviously, if they have a strong move, if we're trading 22.79, and we're looking at, say, 27.80, and we had a 60 handle run yesterday. Could get up as far as 28.40. So we're not trying to predict the highs and the lows, just trying to get a little meat for the bone there in between. I'll just give you a quick little rerun while we still got it here. Got a whole lot going on. Obviously, had a good day the previous day. That's what I was really talking about. And, that was kind of what the simple way I can put it. We just got to learn to like the new trading, the new reality, what we got it. And WB definitely would have said the bears dropped the soap there at the 27.20 level. And, of course, I'm writing this. It's somewhat later in the night, and I have no idea what price is going to do when we come into the 8:30 mark. So that kind of gives you an idea. And pretty much so, I was at 27.50, and I said, okay, that's definitely going to be some buying pressure. Latest news was all bullish. You can see that. And like I said, you just want to kind of go with what's popular here. At this point, we're pushing about 1%, almost there. Pulling back, and of course, now we're really looking at taking that out, and we've already took that out. So this kind of what the market's giving us, and that's what we want to trade. Kind of foreshadowed it here that the buying pressure was a little stronger. They weren't ready to move it up and start market up. It's called the markup campaign. Okay, that's what that's called. And for the most part, you could see that we were getting some buying down here and the way the price was moving. And of course, we already gapped down, so it can't really get bad from there. And most of your shorts are going to close on the gap down on bad news anyway. And you could see that they were closing here. Same thing. And that's where we got the buying going on there. So I believe that about wraps it all up, guys. We'll see. For the early read, like I said, the early read is definitely going to be a bullish buying pressure day, provided no other surprises jump out. And it's all lined up. But you've got that, how can I say that? You got that alignment with the 3-day pullback from April the 16th. And I talked about that being the high. So technically, we just bounced below where the preliminary supply came, and then of course the selling climax was technically Friday or Thursday, depends how you look at it. And then we pulled back for 3 days, and the bears shored up and shook out all the weak hands and shored up the price, exactly what I talked about. That's what I felt the market needed, but that's not what the market wanted when I felt it needed it. And that's what you want to align to, the alignment of what the market wants, not what you think it needs. All right, be nimble, be quick. Don't let the market make you sick. And that's the early read. And we're looking about 9/21 on April the 22nd. Just drop us an email at youtube@wyckoff.amtrader.com, and we'll get you on the fast track to understand what YouTube and what Wyckoff is all about.